Hello everyone. So I welcome you to the lecture series on machine learning, a practical approach. So here we'll try to learn all the important parts of machine learning, the algorithms with their practical implementation in Python. So myself, Dr. Dibajiti Bora. So this is the lecture one for this machine learning, a practical approach series. Let's begin the lecture. So first of all, before going to implement those machine learning algorithms, you should know about one important part of this, that is scikit-learn, or we also call it as sklearn. What is that? Scikit-learn is used for implementation of those machine learning algorithms in Python. Now, this is a very useful library, and as it contains a lot of efficient tools for machine learning and statistical modeling, including classification, regression, clustering, dimension tree reduction, and a lot of tasks you can do with this library. So today we will first go through a simple experiment using this sklearn. Okay, ready? So the experiment will be on loading a toy data set. Now, what is toy data set? Have you heard about this? Well, so toy data set is what? A small standard data set. sklearn or scikit-learn comes with a few small standard data sets that do not require to download any file from some external website. That is what we generally do. We do download some data sets from some external websites. But this toy data set is already there with sklearn, so you don't need to download it. Few examples of such type of toy data sets are Boston, that is load underscore Boston, load and return the Boston house prices data set. We generally use it for regression. Load iris, that is for classification, that is the load and return the iris dataset. Load diabetes, load and return the diabetes dataset for regression problem. Then load digit and class, that is load and return the digit dataset, and then load linear root, that is load and return the linear dataset. That is the actually we use for multivariate regression. And today we'll focus on one very famous data set, that is iris data set. Okay. So these data sets, as you know, they are, although very small, they are very useful because with them we can quickly illustrate the behavior of various algorithms. As you have seen that I'm writing regression, classification, multivariate regressions. So you can understand the behavior of this algorithm by implementation with this data set. But they are, however, often small, too small that to be representative of real world machine learning tasks. But for today's tasks, this is okay. Now, how we will load this data set? We'll load this data set using this sklearn.datasets.load underscore iris function. This function sklearn.datasets load iris. This return x, y, false, as prem, false. These are the parameters. Let's try to learn about these parameters in details. So return x, y bool, that is, it is either taking true or false, but default is false, remember it, because if true, it will return data target instead of a bunch object. And again, as prem, that is again a bool or boolean. So the value will be either true or false, and default value is again false. So if true, then this data is a pandas data frame, including columns with appropriate data types. The target is a pandas data frame or series, depending on the number of target columns. If return XY is true, then this will be obviously pandas data frame that you have just got it. But to remember, their default value is false. And about the iris dataset, you have to know about this dataset. Very simple information, like it has 3 classes, samples per class is 50, total samples 150, and dimensionality is 4, and features real positive. Okay, now let's come to the practical directly. Suppose from this data set, from this iris data set, we are interested in the samples 20, 35, 60. We want to know their class. Okay, we want to know the class names for the sample 20, 35, 60. For that, what we'll do, we'll first load this toy dataset and we'll try to retrieve the class name. That is the assignment, lab assignment for today's practical class. So let's begin. The code will be, let me clear this, from sklearn dataset import load iris. Okay, then place them here in data, that is data load iris, data target what we want, that particular sample 20, 35, 60. Okay, now you just need to use list data dot, you know about the dot operator. Okay, that is the membership one, that is target names. What we want, class names, so that target names dot data dot target name. So from this data we are trying to retrieve their class name. Okay, and in the data target, what we have, that particular current sample is 20, 35, 60. So that's the code. I hope each statement is now clear to you. Yes. So now you open your Spider. I am going to open mine one. So we are going to perform the practical, all the practicals in Python. So for that, we are using Spider ID under Anaconda. So please open that. So, so guys, you can see that I have opened the Spider and I have written down the code. Just I have explained it to you. So from sklearn.dataset import load iris. So let execute statement by statement. See here, you will see this is the console part. This line is executed. So load iris, that is the toy dataset, is being loaded. Place it in data. So execute the second statement. Okay, which sample we want, 20, 35, 60. You can keep, if you want to know, suppose 10, 15, 30, you can do it. Okay, so I want to know 20, 35, 60 class name, so I'm keeping it here. So this statement is also executed. You can see output array 001. Now I want to know their name, so we want what, target names, data dot target names, list data dot target names. Let's execute this statement. See, this is the output. I hope you can clearly see this. Sitosa, versicolor, and virginica. So the class name with respect to 20, 35, 60 are respectively Sitosa, versicolor, virginica. So guys, this is the first lecture for this series. I hope you have got what I have explained and how we have done our first experiment. Users, do subscribe this channel and press the bell icon, because whenever I'll release a new lecture with respect to this series, then you'll be informed about that. Okay, and there are many other subjects which I used to teach for this channel. So keep tuning, stay safe, take care, bye bye.